Hey, good afternoon, Gate Church. I just wanted to reach out to you via video. Some of you I will see on Sunday, some I haven't seen, and those that I haven't seen in a while under these conditions know that I miss you and I really look forward to the day when we can all gather again um, as we're used to and as we desire to. But I did want to reach out. I've had a number of people reach out to me. I probably get somewhere between 10 and 15 text, emails, and phone calls on a daily basis about our response to this whole COVID situation that we find ourselves in. And I want to make sure that we're on the same page moving forward. And the problem is really, and my concern is that we're not on the same page. And for a church that has done very well at fighting for unity and trying to keep divisiveness out, I'm seeing that there's some division, that we're taking sides on this whole response and what we should be doing, and how do we do what we do in living in this new environment of COVID. So I want to make sure that we're on the same page and that we're fighting for unity. We don't want to give the enemy any more advantage than he deserves, and we don't want to get this to take us off our mission. Right? Why do we even gather? Right? We just studied this in Hebrews. You know, that to forsake not the gathering of the saints. That we enjoy being together. That there's just something very special about Sundays and any other time that we gather to worship together. There's support. There's encouragement. There's friendship. Right? There's camaraderie between us, and together with one voice we can worship our Savior. And I long for, and I know one thing for sure, that we all wish we could just hit the rewind button and go back 6 months to the old normal. And boy, would we really appreciate that again. And we will get there at some point, right? We will get there. The problem is we don't know when, and things change so fast and so often that we're just in this turbulent time right now where there's always shifting. And now we're under this governor's mandate for the mask. And I've been in church since I've been old enough to go. I've been pastoring for 10 years, and I've never seen anything more divisive than this, what this has done. And I know this because I hear from you, and there are people who are not coming to church because they have to wear a mask. And there are people who are not coming to church because everybody else isn't wearing the mask. And I know this as well. Nobody wants to wear a mask. Nobody wakes up in the morning and it's like, man, I'm glad we got this order from the governor to put these on because they're so comfortable and fashionable and they help me breathe so much better. They're uncomfortable, they're inconvenient, nobody likes them. We all wish we didn't have to wear them, but we do. And that order from the governor is indoors. So we have to wear them in church. The exclusion, if you read the mandate, is for those that are officiating the service. So while we're on the stage, those of us that are partaking in the officiating of the service, we're not wearing the mask. But when we come off, we are. But I need to make sure that we're all wearing our masks the whole time we're inside. I don't think we have any flexibility as a church, as followers of Jesus, to not follow the mandate. We don't have to like it, we don't have to agree with it, but I think as a testament of our faith, as good citizens of this state and this country, and just good citizens to each other, that we put them on and we leave them on because that's what we're being asked to do. I think there may be a time where we need to posture. I don't think this is it. We see this in other states right now, California being one where the church is really being pressed on pretty hard, and there's some posture in there. We're not in that environment. We're asked to wear masks. We're asked to wear them everywhere, right? We can't go to any store, can't go out, can't even get in line at Handel's outside, right, to get ice cream without the mask on. So we just have to just deal with it. I know this. It's uncomfortable. It's inconvenient. Nobody wants to do it. But I also know that all things work together for the good, that God is in control, and this is taking us somewhere. And I think that our response is part of this test of our faith. We're in Hebrews. We're talking about perseverance of the faith and pushing through and stay in the course. And we allow something like the mask to just really distract us. It disrupts us, and we're already disrupted, right? Our lives are already disrupted by this whole COVID thing. There's no stability in anything right now. Everything is shaking and shifting. So I understand both sides of this. But what I want to make sure as your pastor is that we don't allow this to divide us. This isn't the time to circle the wagons, to get your troops together and to look at each other as the enemy. We're not. We're not the enemy. We have an enemy, and we're doing him a huge favor as the church, global church, as we allow the response to COVID to divide us. So I'm hoping that we can remember our mission. My heart is, and it was, and hopefully always will be, that we would create a space as a church where people who are unchurched and dechurched, those that are far from God, would find a place where the people welcome them and value them, no matter where they are on the spiritual spectrum, so that they might connect, that they might meet Jesus for the first time and put their faith in him, or that they might reconnect with him and renew their faith in him. I want us to focus on the mission. This is why we gather. This is why we come together. It's not about what's convenient and what my preferences are. It's about our mission, right? We seek, serve, send. And what's driving this is to create a space where people who are far from God can grow in their faith, right? So let's focus on the mission. I hope you understand. If you have issues with this, reach out to me directly. That's the healthiest thing to do. I don't like the mandate. I wish we didn't have to wear them, but we do. It's just the time and the space that we live in now, and eventually this order will get lifted, and we'll all be grateful for it. But until then, I'm asking for your help. If you're joining us in person, then you need to wear the mask the whole time we're together. If you have a medical condition and a doctor's release for that, we need to know, because we need to enforce this. So you can reach out to me directly and just let me know that your doctor signed off and you don't have to wear one, because somebody's going to question it. We have a lot of people who are immunocompromised in our church, so they're concerned for their health. We have people who have contact with COVID, right? My wife, and there's many people in our church who work in the healthcare industry who are having contact with people, right? We don't want to put anybody at risk. We want to do what's safe and what's healthy and what we can do. And for right now, wearing the mask and following the mandate is what we need to do. I don't see any option. It's not a recommendation. It's not a suggestion. It's an order. We need to follow it. So I appreciate your help with this. We'll get through this together. Hopefully sooner than later, this will just be a memory, and that we will come out of this ready to go and get back to normal. So thank you for your help with this. Again, I look forward to seeing as many of you as I can and worshiping together on Sunday. Talk to you soon.